today we're playing a game, Would You Rather Autism Parent Edition. These are all hilariously real scenarios that will either make you laugh, or nod along while hiding in your closet with a chocolate bar, like I do. No judgment here, but before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for upcoming streams. Let's get started. Hi, Embracers.
Welcome back.
We absolutely needed this with all the hustle and bustle of like end of year and just all the chaos happening. We were just like, oh my gosh, we need some reprieve.
Right. So might as well go out with a game of sorts.
Yes. So for those of you who might not be familiar with Would You Rather, it's a really simple concept. It's just you're given basically two scenarios and you pick which one you would rather deal with. And usually the scenarios are kind of ludicrous. So we're going to do an Autism Parent Edition. So these are scenarios that have been specifically tailored toward more of the autism parenting experience. Some of them are a little exaggerated. Some of them are on the nose. So Matt will be answering the questions and I will be asking the questions.
So like always, I'm the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Apparently. Got it.
And I'm
Cool.
the mastermind of the questions?
Sure. Why not?
So without further ado, we'll do this in like a couple, I'm going to call them rounds, but really it's just because the questions are in different category types.
Okay.
So I don't know how many of these we'll get through, just depending on how many responses, how long they are.
Okay.
So we'll see how many we get through. Also, at the end of this, we will be doing our random selection for the month. So stay tuned for that as well.
Perfect.
So let's get started.
So like it's like what is it, Street Fighter? Like round one, fight. Kind of thing.
Yes, except
Okay.
we're not fighting.
Right.
All right. So round one. Question one. Would you rather listen to your child talk about their special interest for 3 hours straight, or listen to them loop the Disney Castle intro song on full blast for the same amount of time, just over and over?
But like there's no song for that. Is it just like
Yeah, the one that da 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 da. Remember? They do that at the beginning? Over and over and over and over.
I'd probably go with the like special interest.
The hyperfixation, like the special
Right,
interest is like,
because yeah, like depending on what I guess what the topic is, I would probably learn a bunch of like crazy facts about whatever.
it probably
the
would be
special-
Mario in our case. So
Right. So I'd probably learn some like crazy facts about Mario. So like it might be like interesting and it'd be like, oh cool, like I didn't know that. Like it would definitely be like challenging because like I mean, and honestly, oh gosh, I'm just thinking of some of the instances of special interest we've had where we do in fact listen to all the different scenes where Mario dies
over and over.
well no
For
because
every
of-
game, well,
for
every game ever
Mario
made.
game. Right, so like that is a little hard
Much.
to get through. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like hour and a half long videos of just like every single time he dies, or
Yeah, it's
every
like-
single time
it's
he
like-
levels up, or
Right,
every
it's
single
like
time
the little piano tune of like him
he dun,
dying.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Or-
dun, dun, dun.
So but even given that, I think I'd probably do that because like at least it's a longer duration of time instead of just like the 5-second Disney.
Over and over.
Yeah,
That is
miracle
based
thing.
on an actual stem that I actually knew somebody who their kid did that, and it was
Yeah.
driving them nuts, and they were like, "What do I do?"
Right. So gosh, it could be definitely a painful one because there have been times where we've been listening to lots of Mario things and it's very similar to that painful tune. But yeah, like I think I'd probably still go with that one. What about you?
For me,
Yeah.
I'd probably also do the hyperfixation because I'm
Yeah.
sound sensitive. So I can just imagine if whatever they were like stuck on had a pitch that I didn't like and then having it on loop for 3 hours, I'd probably get a migraine just like knowing me. So yeah. Plus
Yeah.
I'm a nerd and I'm really interested in like special interest stuff. So
Yeah, who are you kidding? You're like sitting next to her and you're like, ooh, play
I
that
am.
one. Play
I'm
that one.
binging
Play
with
that
her.
one.
So yeah, that would be it for me. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
Question number 2. Would you rather hear your child loudly script the entire Minions movie from memory, or only communicate with you for a day using Minecraft villager noises? So like the villager noises, there's just like random like grunts and like mouth breathing and stuff like that.
What was the first one? Oh, the Minions.
The
Okay.
Minions movie, which in my opinion is super annoying. I do not like the Minions.
I might still take the Minions one. Like,
Really?
yeah, because like, well, I'm thinking of like our kids, and they script Mario, so and like Luigi, so they do like the nasally voice already. So for Minions, it's basically just what like the
But they're
crazy
scripting
gibberish.
the
Okay,
movie itself. Yeah, so it's
okay,
like they're going to loudly script the entire movie from memory. So it's not like they're communicating with you in
uh,
a conversation as the Minions. They're just scripting the whole movie from memory.
but then once they finish the movie, do they start over again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cuz it's for like the entire movie, so
hmm,
it's per day.
for the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the villagers because then it's just like, oh, okay, they're like in a bad mood. And they don't really want to talk. They just want to like grunt or something.
I feel like you could communicate more effectively with like sounds in response to things than scripting a movie in its entirety because like unless you're able to take the quotes out of context or something, but in this case it says loudly script the entire movie from memory. So it's not
Hmm.
really communicative. It's just like saying things.
Right, because there's been instances where like they'll script something, but it will make sense in the context in which like
Yeah.
we're experiencing it. In which case, that isn't so bad. And that's what I mean. Honestly, what they've noticed at like school, where they're like, yeah, they do script, but it's like a very like formal and like well thought out.
Appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like so it like works, but like you
Yeah.
can tell that they're scripting because like that's not like a normal conversation that they would have. Um, yeah, maybe I would just chalk the villager noises up to just like, oh, they're having a bad day. Like, oh, tomorrow will be better. And it'll be less loud, I'm hoping.
Okay.
But
Next question. Would you rather your child ask you the exact same question every 4 minutes for eternity or pretend pretend you don't know the answer because they want to say it dramatically? Like it's like when they know the answer and they're asking you really just because they want to talk to you about it, kind of like going back into the special interest zone.
oh my gosh. There is no good answer.
I know, you got to
Um,
pick one.
I mean, I feel like we're already living the one where they want to provide the answer or they want to say what they want to say. So they want us to like role play that with
They
them.
literally tell us, "Daddy,
Right.
ask me this. Mommy, ask me this."
So maybe that wouldn't be so different than what we ordinarily do on a regular
Yeah.
basis. So I'll probably go with that one.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived through a sibling of mine who would ask the same question, not even every 4 minutes. It was like every minute, and they were never satisfied with the answer. So like we'd give an answer and it would be like, "But why? But why? But why?" And like no matter what answer you give, the follow-up would always be "but why?" and it would never end. And I remember getting mad as a kid. I was probably like 6 years old, and I was like, "Just because, okay? Just because."
But our middle child does that a lot too.
Yeah.
Like she'll ask a question and then she'll
But she
follow up with
actually
like,
wants to like know, like she's like processing the information. Like she's learning. She's adding that knowledge. It's not like she's just doing it just to do it and it's going nowhere.
so she has like one step up on, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, we made it through the round one auditory chaos. Ding ding ding.
Is
Now
that
ready
what
for
is
yeah, it
that
was
what the
all
category
auditory stuff.
was?
I should
Oh,
probably mention the categories.
prior to the
Yes,
conversation.
I'll do it this time. Okay.
Okay.
Round two, sensory dictatorship.
Did you come up with these names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you'll get it. You'll see.
Seems
So,
very dark.
well, keep in mind I'm autistic, so it's the literal interpretation, but well, I
Okay.
guess it's not literal. Okay, just
Okay.
we'll see.
Got
We'll
it.
find out.
We'll go with it. We'll go
We'll
with it.
go with
It
it and
works.
see what you interpret it as.
Okay.
Okay. So, would you rather dig through 6 loads of laundry to find the one acceptable pair of socks that our child will wear? Or would you rather risk putting them in the wrong shoe and restarting the entire morning?
Hmm.
So let's say that putting it in the wrong shoe would send them into a meltdown that they will like not recover from for the whole day.
Oh.
Or you go through 6 loads of laundry to find the one pair of socks that they would be okay with. socks is a big deal for us.
I
I
know.
know,
That's
like,
why.
it's
Yeah, it
either
really
no
is.
socks or inside out socks or only the fuzzy socks.
And the other thing is with a shoe. I remember there was an incident where, kind of similar with shoes, like we had sent her to school in shoes, and we're like, I don't know if you're going to be okay with those shoes. And then sure enough, she wasn't. We had to go to the school and bring her
But
new
she was
shoes.
insisting on wearing those shoes. And we're like, I
Right.
don't think you're going to be okay with them.
Right.
Yeah. So now we just
So
pack the spare shoes in the backpack.
so does it have to result in a meltdown? Like, what does it start the
So
day
it says
over?
you basically have a choice between digging through 6 loads of laundry to find the one pair of socks that will not result in a meltdown,
Okay.
or risk putting their basically favorite pair of socks. Oh, wait, no, putting on the wrong shoes
And
and
hoping they'll be
restarting
okay.
the entire morning. So either one of those would basically result in a meltdown, but one of them is going through 6 loads of laundry, and the other one is wrong
Like a
pair of shoes.
gamble. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the laundry, I suppose.
You don't want to gamble
No, because well,
because we've done
and
it and we
and
lost.
here's why: the gambling never win. Like
Yeah.
Vegas, like sure there might be like a 5% chance of you winning. When we gamble with like our autistic kids, there's never that 5%. It's always lose. It's like, oh my gosh, I cannot even think of the odds, but they're basically zero. There's a 0% chance that this will work. So it's like, might as well just start dumping out clothes on the floor and start going through them looking for those socks, because that's the only option you have. Yeah.
That's so true. I was actually looking the other day on Amazon for like toeless socks because I was like, I wonder if she would be okay with toeless socks because she doesn't like the seam from the toes. So sometimes she's okay with it inside out and sometimes she's not. She just doesn't like her toes being touched. So I'm wondering if maybe that would work. But who knows? Maybe she doesn't like the compression in general.
So I don't mind. You hate socks, right, Leah?
I hate
Like you,
socks. I don't wear socks.
yeah.
I don't like, for me, it's the compression. I don't mind the
Okay.
seams. It's the compression. I don't like my feet feeling squeezed.
Right. So for me, I don't care. I don't mind socks. Like, I mean, I don't wear them to bed because, like, I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
even
weird.
understand how you wear your socks. Like, I borrowed your socks one day, and you are like, your feet are literally twice the size of my feet. I have like baby feet, and yet your socks felt so incredibly tight on my foot. I was trying to borrow them, and I was like, nope. I took them right off because they felt so tight. I was like, how do you wear these?
Well, I need them to stay on, Leah. If they're loose, they
Yeah,
fall
but
off.
like,
That's why I tie
Lord,
my shoes. I tie them so they stay on.
but
Uh,
like, man, I'm surprised you're not like gonna crush the blood out of your foot and just lose it.
no, because it's like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't, I don't feel that, like,
Oh,
sensation. I
see,
like,
it's going numb.
it's pushing all the blood to my head. Um, no, like, I like right now, like if I think about it, I'm like, oh, okay, I can like feel like my socks through my foot, but it's like, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's not a thing. Like it's not like a pain point of mine. But what I was saying is my reasoning for that is it would drive me insane to wear those weird little like no toe
The
socks
toeless
things,
socks.
because
Well, yeah, but that's
that would feel weird to me. Like, and I don't mind socks, and I'm like, how would anyone be like, oh yeah, that feels so relaxing? It's like, no, because like half your foot has a sock and half the foot doesn't have a sock. Like, who wins there?
you're hilarious. Like I
No, but
would.
like, oh my
I'm
gosh.
tempted to buy
And
some.
heaven forbid you wear those in winter and it's like your toes would be freezing. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if she
Well, I
wears
mean,
them, like,
I'm wearing flip flops in winter, and she's wearing no socks in winter right now. So it's not like they're gonna
ugh,
get colder. They'd be warmer.
I
So
guess, but
you
like,
gotta look. You gotta look at it from our perspective.
I can't. That's the problem.
All right. So speaking of weather, the
Okay.
next one is: would you rather cut the tag out of every single shirt your child owns because it might touch them and bother them,
Okay.
or would you rather have them walk around? I'm gonna say basically in like
Inside
a
out.
tube top or something for in 40-degree weather while insisting that they're fine.
I'll just wait, like a tank top or something.
Yeah, like
Oh.
sleeveless and like the thin fabric that's really like
I'd probably
breathable,
I'd probably just cut the tags off. I don't really find that like tedious or
annoying.
annoying. Yeah. Plus like if the other way it'd be like CPS will be at like our door because like oh, like you don't care about your children and you want them to freeze kind of thing. So it's like
That's also based on like an actual experience too. Like there's a lot of kids who like in the wintertime, like I know somebody whose kid cannot wear long sleeves no
Mm,
matter what. So like in the winter, they refuse to wear long sleeves. They don't want to wear jackets or anything that covers their arms. So like their mom is always stressing out on like what to do. In those
mm.
situations, I feel like using like those shawls are better. So
Right.
like for
A
me, I don't like
poncho
wearing yeah, like I don't like wearing long sleeves either, and that's what I do. I get like you've seen I have a lot of those like loose hanging kind of poncho style shawl things, and I like those.
or a
They're like a
cloak,
blanket. Oh, I definitely want one of
a,
those.
either a poncho or a cloak, and then like send them into the snow.
Yeah, just call it
Um,
a blanket and then they should be good.
a
Yeah.
snuggie. Uh,
Okay. So, would you rather leave your house 15 minutes late because the lining on their coat feels weird? Or would you rather show up on time with your child crying in pajamas and just whisper to them, "We tried"? I think I know which one you're going to go for.
I feel like I can relate more to the pajama one. Um,
I just imagine you with your hair all disheveled, your
and
shirt's
it
like
really
inside
is.
out.
The only reason you can't see my hair is because like my headphones like push down like my craziness. But no, I feel like I can't it bothers me to be late.
Yeah, oh,
Um
trust me, I know. Trust me,
like
I know.
like we were almost late to the what rehearsal dance thing,
Thing, yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna speed. Like, hopefully there's no police on this road. Otherwise, like,
It's not like, you're recorded and this is going live on air
right.
or anything.
But my thing is like they have no idea where I was driving. So
That's true. Okay,
and they
we're
can't.
good.
Yeah.
It's a joke. We're just joking. We
So
always follow the law.
right. Um, my mom always used to tell me 5 over 5 under, as like the rule for like
Yeah.
yeah, but it never is 5 under.
So
Um,
anyway, about that other thing.
no, yeah, I'd probably like because if you're gonna be like super late anyway, it's might as well like just get them there. Like there's been some days like I get them to therapy and it's just yeah, they're wearing whatever we were able to put on
Put on
them.
them.
And then
Yeah.
we basically just say like it is one of those days. And the therapist just kind of nods and smiles and they're like, I get it. So it's
Yeah.
like
And honestly, they are dressed like with their clothes inside out half the time anyway, because the oldest one can't stand certain like logos or animal characters or things like that. So she has to wear her clothes inside out half the time anyway.
well, remember
So
also like for the longest time, like our kids insisted on wearing like those little like tutu things.
yeah. Oh
So that was
yeah. And we
that
had
was
to put
part
it
of
over
like oh my
everything
gosh, that
or
was
they
part
would
of
freak
every
out.
single outfit.
Yeah. And
Um
if you couldn't find it, you'd have to
oh
dig
yeah.
through every costume closet to find it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean like that was that and I'm sure the teachers and everyone were like, what the heck is going on with this family?
Yeah. And like they
Um
would go into tutus for everything, even like PE. But yeah.
but like we managed that and thankfully that was like a little phase because that was a little rough for a while,
Yeah.
especially because we couldn't find the right colors to match stuff. But
All right. So let's move on to round 3, special interest takeover. All right. Would you rather accidentally mispronounce the name of their favorite Mario character and get corrected aggressively 40 times, or say it right, but be forced to listen to an unsolicited 20-minute info dump with a quiz at the end?
I'll just mispronounce it wrong.
Okay, but they're going to aggressively correct you 40 times.
I mean, they're aggressive with me anyway. Um,
These
yeah,
don't seem too far-fetched, honestly.
no, I
This
mean
sounds very realistic.
this sounds like a Monday. But no, like I mean, thankfully it's Mario, so thankfully most of the characters are I mean, we're aware of them. But I feel like for some of them, it's like the far-fetched ones. Like I honestly didn't know the little guy with glasses that floats over the race in the cloud with like the fishing pole. No idea his name is
Latiku.
Lakitu. No
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Before our kids, no idea he had a name.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean that's good to know. I didn't know some of the other little characters that they're kind of like very niche. I didn't know doesn't the squid have a name or something?
Yeah, I think they do.
Like
Okay, so that leads me to this next question. Would you
okay,
rather pretend to be Mario for 2 straight hours? Sorry.
hours.
Would you rather pretend to be Mario for 2 straight hours because they're in character, or break the immersion and be told you're ruining the game, father?
It's like total disappointment. Uh, is it bad to say like it really depends on like how much energy I have? Because like sometimes they're like,
I mean, it's 2 straight hours.
I know that's a
So
long
pretend to be
time.
Mario for 2 straight hours. Instead, you
Oof.
can't break character.
Okay.
Or break character and be told that you're ruining the game in a stern voice.
Again, I feel like that is like our normal. Like if I mean, how many times has our oldest daughter said like, I mean, this week alone that this day is the worst day of her life, and nothing has
But
really
it's not
happened.
usually our fault. This would be directly our fault.
But like
Well,
at a
according to her.
but at like a certain point, it's like the like kind of like if everything is a bad thing, like oh every day is a terrible day kind of thing. It's like well then like it's not really that bad, I guess. So like uh, I feel like I would accept defeat and be told that I ruined the game because I'm sure I've already been told that without knowing that I was running the game. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, would you rather learn every single character in the Mario universe? So, universe. So that means
okay,
Mario Party, Mario Kart, like all the Mario spin-offs,
okay,
Luigi's Mansion, everything.
okay.
So, you have to learn every single character of every Mario universe game or spend your weekend rebuilding like a real life version of the entire like Mario world out of cardboard. Sorry, out of cardboard.
Cardboard. Okay.
Yeah, like a cardboard cutout of the entire Mario universe.
Gosh, I'm like the least creative person I know, though. I mean, it would be cool to like do that, but like I am not by any means like artistic or creative. So like I feel like that would be really challenging for me. I think I would try and just like study up and learn all the characters. Um, but I think it would be cool to like rebuild like their universe. Like we've even talked about like the idea of like kind of creating like a like Mario like theme like bathroom like painting it
Yeah.
like the Mario colors and then getting
Well, and I've themed our entire like curriculum on Mario.
right. So I mean I think I like the idea of it, but again like the theme of like Mario like you creating all that is like 90% you and like
Yeah.
I might buy the paper that we printed on.
So you're like, I'll let you do all the
So
work.
so that's like my
No,
contribution.
in this case, it would be you. You
I
would
know.
have to be responsible.
Right. And that's why I'm saying I would have to just memorize the characters because like I'm not a artistic or creative person. Arts and crafts has never been a strong skill of mine, and I've taken that definitely into adulthood.
All right. So we have 2 rounds left, but I think I might end up having to skip one just based off of
Because
time.
we're doing
Yeah,
that bad.
I know. Because we still have to do the Wheel of Names at the end.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Um, yeah. So this one is round 4, public adventures. Would you rather carry a full-size sensory backpack with a white noise machine, 3 chewy necklaces, and emergency snacks just to go to Target, or forget one item and watch the entire shopping trip collapse like Jenga?
So for the first one, all you have to do is just or you have to just carry the backpack, and that's it.
You have to carry the backpack, but you have to be like anally retentive about making sure you include every single item.
Uh, and the
Like
other
you
one
have to
is
have a fully supplied sensory backpack with everything that you could think of.
okay, and the other one is just dealing with a meltdown.
The other one is like you get careless in packing it and you just forget one item. And because of that one item, it happens to be the one that they need. So it's basically like,
Well,
do you go through
okay.
the work of anally packing everything and risk that, or you actually fell into the risk because you did that? So, like, which
But
one would you pick?
but let's be honest, for me it would be both. I would have to experience both of those because I would be super anal trying to pack the backpack and then I would inevitably forget something
You would
because
still fail.
so then I would have to deal with both. So it'd be like I would have like my checklist of all the junk that I have to put in the backpack and then I would not account for the one thing that would send our children into a meltdown. So then I'd have to experience both. So
You'd rather
which
carry the full size backpack with all the stuff then?
but but
Well,
it like it doesn't I feel like because it would be both, I don't know which one to pick though. Like because like even if I tried my hardest to think of the list of everything to put in it, I would likely forget something, which means it would turn into choice number 2 then. So then, like, do I?
It's irrelevant. It's a moot point,
Yeah.
basically.
So like,
All right.
I would try to do the first one because it's just like packing and carrying a backpack. But I think it would definitely end into part number 2. So
Okay, so then let's just go to the next one. Would you rather explain to a complete stranger that your kid isn't being rude, they're just blunt, or apologize to the cashier after your child says, "Why do you have so much hair in your nose?"
I'll
They
take
have said stuff like that.
I'll take the first one. Like, I hate awkward.
You'd rather just
I feel like
tell
the
them,
first
like explain to them, no, they're not being rude, they're just being blunt.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably take that one since it's technically not really like an insult, even though the second one isn't like our kids like thinking it's an insult, but it is like insulting that person.
I probably would laugh, honestly, and I wouldn't
Uh,
mean to, but I have a hard time not busting out laughing whenever our kids say something that's like totally ridiculous.
yeah,
I'd probably
sometimes
like
it's
apologize and laugh at the same time, and that probably wouldn't go well.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. I'll go with one. I'll go with one.
Okay, sounds good. All right, this is the last one in the public adventures category.
Oh boy,
Would you rather chase your kid across the Would you rather
platform.
No. Would you rather chase your kid across a playground yelling "No biting" or sorry, or 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 defend them to other parents while trying not to cry and simultaneously open applesauce?
Wait,
It's so random.
what? What's
Like
this? Explain the
okay, so
second one. What's going on
like
there?
like basically the second one is like no, like you're defending your child to the other parents. No, really, it's okay. They're doing this is fine because they're biting. And as you're doing that, you're
Oh,
opening like a treat for them and crying. So you look like you're like in a hostage situation.
I'll just take the first one. I'll chase after them and say no biting. Biting. It's
Screaming.
funny. Yeah.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
second one's hilarious though.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But yeah, I'll
You're
take the
just
first one.
I like the second one. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I just think it's funny just picturing somebody like crying, opening the applesauce, like, it's okay, I'm okay, this is okay.
This is our life. Oh Lord.
Okay. So actually we might have time for one more. So we'll do this last round and then we'll do the wheel.
Okay.
Okay, round 5. This is the food files.
Okay.
Would you rather serve the same 3 foods for the next 6 years? And this also means that you're going to be eating this with them.
Yeah.
Or try to introduce a new one and get side-eyed every time like you just offered them poison. Of course, that means they're not going to eat it.
But then I can eat whatever I want and not to eat the same foods if I do that.
Yeah, like you're
Okay.
obligated to eat whatever they eat in this scenario.
No, I'll take the second one. I mean, I like the idea of trying to introduce new foods, and there's a very, very low success rate in doing so. So, like, I feel like it's not much different than what we ordinarily do because we even if we're serving food to the middle child, the oldest one is still like, "You expect me to eat that?" And we're like, "Nope,
No,
that's
this
not
is
even
for
for
someone
you.
else.
You're sitting way over there, and this food is right here, not yours."
Yeah.
So I mean that's already up our alley anyway.
She
So
won't even sit next to somebody who's eating food that she doesn't want to eat. Like,
right,
she gets mad and upset and will have like a meltdown because somebody
right,
is eating something she doesn't like next to her.
right.
Yeah. So
Um,
I can understand that one.
yeah, it's just sometimes it's entertaining. Like I was trying to introduce like dressing to her, and I just put it in like a little cup with a spoon there, and she's like, "You want me to eat it? Eat it?" I'm like, "Nope, don't even touch it. Just sit it right there, and if you get curious, it's there." And she didn't get curious, so
All right, we got one more question in this section.
all
Would
right.
you rather have a full meltdown over your child's food touching or just buy a sectional plate and admit defeat?
I'll take the second one. I mean,
Yeah, we pretty much already did that.
well, I mean the amount of times that I mean, accept defeat on a daily basis. Like, I feel like this one is like for like a new parent to like autistic kids, like
Who's like
where
still
you're
trying?
right where you're like, oh no, it's not me. Like, I'm not gonna like accept defeat on this. I'm gonna keep pushing back. It's like at this point, I'm like, if that's the least I have to do, and be like, nope, I failed today. Like, no,
Yeah, that's not the battle I want to fight. I'd
right,
rather fight a more important battle.
right,
Okay, now we're gonna do a lightning round real quick.
okay,
So a lightning round, the goal of this is for you to say your answer as fast as you can. So like, don't try to think through it. Just basically spit it out.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. Ready?
Yeah.
It's just going to be like 4.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, cut the sandwich the wrong way or don't cut it and still be wrong.
Don't cut it.
Repeat the bedtime script exactly or risk bedtime being canceled for the next 3 days.
Canceled.
Let them stim and target or field 12 comments from strangers who think they're a bad parent.
Let them stem.
lose the preferred cup or be accused of ruining their life.
Be accused of ruining their life. We already are in that boat.
Like, what difference does it make at this point?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right. That's it for the game for today.
Oh,
We're gonna
hilarious.
you enjoyed that. We're
It's
gonna
hilarious.
yeah, we're gonna switch gears now. If you guys like that, let us know. We can do a lot more of these like weird, silly things. We don't mind. It's a nice little break.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna switch over to the grants now. So let me just present on here for people who are watching. If you're watching, you'll actually be able to see it. And if you're listening on the audio only version,
You won't be able to see it.
yeah, you will not be able to see it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share now. All right. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to hide the names here. All right. So for those of you who have been keeping up with the news, we are switching how we do the grant in June. So this, we have like the May grant, basically. This is the last grant that is going to be with the grandfathered in people. Starting in June, from that point on, we will be doing the grant limited to either people who are in the state of Georgia. So you can still fill out the application basically the same way you always did. Or you can also be a paid member, and that will open it up to pretty much everybody, including new openings now for also adults. So autistic adults would be able to qualify as well, as long as you're a paid member, and anywhere in the United States if you're a paid member. And you get 5 bonus entries to the grant along with other perks for the grant. So all you have to do is become a member at patreon.com/autismwith Autism Wish, and that's only $5 a month, and it helps us basically support the grant. So the more members we have, the more grants we can do. All right, without further ado, I'm going to click to spin. All right,
Ooh,
the
I
wheel
like the
is
sound.
spinning. I know, the little clicky wheel. Let's see who is going to win. Patricia Bacon. Okay, Patricia Bacon, congratulations. We will reach out to you via email, and you will be able to have some items basically from your child's autism wish list on Amazon. Check your email, make sure you have info@autismwish.org added, and we will reach out shortly. So that is that. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with another autism parent who could use a laugh today, because this is kind of a really weird episode in my opinion. And if you have another would you rather option or another game in mind that you would like for us to try out, feel free to send it in. You can do it by commenting on Facebook at Autism Wish or YouTube at Autism Wish. We'll read all the comments, so we'll see it. And if you want to support the podcast and get access to bonus content, exclusive giveaways, these extra entries into the Wheel of Names, please head over to patreon.com/autismwish to join us. We would love to have you as we build out this community. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Matt, you have anything else to add?
Nope. We are all set.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll catch you all next week.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye.